She is cute. I'm so obsessed with this look. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm filming a 10-minute everyday make tutorial that will literally look good with any and everything. I'm very excited about today's video because it's super quick and easy. It's also very user-friendly, so literally anyone can do it, no matter your skill level. Like if you're a beginner in makeup, this is your go-to. If you're advanced in makeup, go-to. You're gonna look put together and you're also gonna look like you tried a lot harder than you actually did. Now within today's video, I also use some kind of eye gloss, but if you want this to last all day long, I definitely recommend skimping out on the eye gloss because it only ever looks good for a period of time, but I really wanted to show you guys like the full-blown effect. If I was to wear this all day long, I would skip the eye gloss, but I do want to take some stellar pics and stuff like that, so that's why my lids are like extra shiny right now. But needless to say, I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video, and if you guys love it, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it's completely free and you guys already know what's up. If it's free, it's for me. So if it's free, I know it's for you too. Also, while you're at it, turn on those notifications so that way YouTube will notify you when I upload, which is every Monday and Wednesday. And give the video a big old like so that way I know you guys like it and I can film more videos just like this. With that, let's zoom in and let's get started on this look. You guys already know what's up. You know the deal. I already have my brows done, but my lids are not primed, so let's actually do that on camera. I will be using the P. Louise Base 2. This is one of my favorite eyelid primers. If you guys haven't tried it, I definitely recommend going out and picking it up. You can find it online. You can also find it within Morphe stores, which is really cool. I'm gonna take a brush, pat this out all over the eyelid. Now for the eyes today, since this is more of an everyday eye look, I'm not gonna go too crazy with eyeshadow, but I will be putting something on my lids just because I don't wanna look bare, you know? So we're gonna do a little sun. Also, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I have been doing something different with my eyebrows. If you guys want a brow toot, let me know because I'll be happy to film that. It's kind of like at-home brow lamination, but for an affordable price. And y'all know we love to see it. For eyeshadow today, I definitely recommend using whatever neutral tone shadow palette you guys have at home. In some of my previous videos, I have been using the Nude Mood palette by ColourPop, which is one of my holy grails. This palette is literally my baby. It is so beautiful. I feel like you can create so many different looks with this palette, but for the sake of today's video, I'm gonna dip outside of this palette and I'm gonna use this right here, the Little Mini Soft Glam 2 eyeshadow palette. Is it a gimmick? Kind of, sort of, but I really wanted to use it. I feel like I'll definitely be getting a lot of use out of this whenever I start traveling again. I'm gonna take the shade Orange Soda and I'm just going to lightly dust this into my crease to give it a little bit of color. Like I said, I don't want my lids to be completely bare because, I mean, for me, that's no fun. I always like to put a little something on my eyelid, even if it is a quick 10-minute makeup look. The next shade I'm going to take from within the palette is this brown right here. It's called Incense. And I'm just going to take that in the outer part and then really just start to buff and blow it out. You guys know, I love dimension. Like, give me drama, but not too much, even on my everyday makeup days. I love a good smoked out brown all over my lid. If it was me, I'd just toss on a little bit of mascara, a false lash, and a really flawless base and be done. But I do want to do something a little extra today that's really going to add some sparkle to the overall look. So I'm going to go in with this right here. This is by Almay. This here is the Velvet Foil Cream Eyeshadow. I have this one in the shade Cupid Glaze. It is so pretty. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand and I'm actually going to start putting this all over my eyelid. I would use my fingers, but for the sake of me really wanting some precision with this, I am going to use a brush like this and I'm just going to lightly dust this on the lid. You could really build this up to whatever intensity you want. I like to start off slow and then just slowly start building it on. Then I'm going to take my finger into the product and then just start to build it up. But one of the main reasons I go in with a fluffy brush to apply this product is because I want to apply it in more of a diffused way. I don't really want any harsh edges with this look because I feel like that's what really makes it look a little more effortless. So I'm just gonna go and really just buff and blend this into the crease. Now that I have that shimmer going, I'm just gonna go back into the shade called Incense and then really just start to blend. I just wanna make sure this blends very beautifully into that shimmer. But one thing I will say is when you're going for more of like an effortless everyday look, you definitely want to try to incorporate cream some way, somehow, because I don't know what it is, but creams really just give off such a beautiful and like natural effect. The way that they radiate and hit the light is unreal. So again, that is a quick tip. Use creams, incorporate them into your everyday makeup routine in order to get it to look very, very pretty, shiny, and flawless. So now that that's done, I do want to start working on my face. I am going to use this. I've been using this by Almay for quite some time. I really love it. This here is the Skin Perfecting Comfort Matte Foundation. It is hypoallergenic, so it's fragrance free, oil free, all of that. So it's going to be really, really awesome for my acne prone skin. I did already prime my face off camera. I just used a primer that I've been using in a lot of my recent videos. This one right here by Hard Candy. This is the hydrating primer. Spot on dupe for Milk Hydro Grip, so get your hands on it if you want an affordable alternative. So when it comes to my base, I am so happy with the way that things are looking. I'm gonna go in with a cream contour here. This is actually a hydrating foundation stick by Neutrogena. It has become one of my personal favorites. I'm just gonna take this around the perimeter of my face just to add some warmth and definition. So now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna mix these two together. These are both by e.l.f. Cosmetics. One is the original camo concealer and the other one is the hydrating one. I've really been loving this combo, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. Y'all know when something works, it just works, and you don't really want to deviate from that. So honey, everyday makeup routine, but still make it glam, make it cute. Then whatever I have left on my sponge, I like to really just tap it in the center of my forehead to kind of act as a highlight. Because if I don't, I feel like my forehead just looks really dark, and I'll just blend this into my contour. Ooh, she's cute, she's full coverage, but she's natural. I know somebody out there is like, there's nothing fucking natural about that look. Well, mind your business. Mind your business. So let's go in with a little bit of under eye powder just to set that concealer down and in place. And to no surprise, I will be using this one right here by the Creme Shop. So good. You hear me? So good. Definitely go out, try it out. One of my personal faves. I am almost out of this. It makes me sad, but I'll live. Again, just tapping this with my e.l.f. sponge. Also, little tip to ensure that things don't get crazy underneath your under eye area is to really just tap out that concealer so that way it is completely dry before you actually go in with powder. Otherwise, the powder will oxidize the concealer and then it'll look really strange. And we don't want that. Nope, we don't. Even though I'm trying to go for more of like a very luminous, natural look, I can't get away with not setting my makeup down. I live in Florida. If I don't, I will literally look like an oil slick. So I'm gonna take this powder by Clap. It's one of my favorites. It is the Kill the Shine Pressed Powder. And I'm only gonna take a little bit. I'm lightly gonna dab this over top of the areas where I put that cream contour, just so that way it's set in place and it doesn't get crazy wonky throughout the day. Again, just a little bit, just a little tap, 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 and we're good. For bronzing powder, I will be using this right here by Essence. Super cheap, just so perfect for nose contouring. I also love that it smells like a beach, like I've just been laying out all day. I definitely want to go back in and smoke out my lower lash line with a flat definer brush. So I'm going to mix a little bit of orange soda and incense together to get like the perfect little combo. And I'm just going to smudge and smoke it out. Before I move on to blush, highlight, lashes, all of that, I am going to go in with the Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray by Catrice. One of my personal favorites. Y'all need this. I am going to go a little overboard because I like to drown myself in setting spray so that way it completely melts down the powder and it looks a little bit more skin-like. So let's wait a few seconds and then we can move on. So nothing new here when it comes to highlight. You guys know this Power Up highlight by Milani is probably one of my personal favorites. I like to take the cream side because it is a dual product where there's cream and powder in one, but I like to take the cream, just go like that, and then I'll take the powder directly over top for a beaming highlight. Make sure you blend it out though, otherwise it'll look crazy. So for blush, I will be using this right here by Patrick Ta. This is actually a new product for me. I did buy this during the Sephora sale a few weeks back, and I'm just now getting around to using it. This is called She's So LA. I've heard great things about this little duo right here. So you know your girl had to splurge, okay? So pretty much the concept, a cream and a powder. You go in with the cream and the powder on top for longevity purposes. So we're gonna see what's up. I'm gonna use this brush right here by Fenty to apply it. First the cream though, and then I'm just gonna tap it back here because I'm a little nervous. I don't know what to expect. The real question is, do people put the powder on top with the same brush? Let me know what you guys do down below because I need some help. Help me.
Help is on the way, dear! Mrs. Doubtfire! Help is on the way!
I am gonna dust on the powder blush with a different brush. I'm just gonna dust it on. Final verdict on this blush, I really like it. I love that you get a cream, a powder, all in one, and the color is beautiful. A+, Patrick Ta. I am gonna spray my face one more time with the Dewy Glow Fixing Spray by Catrice because I'm such a sucker for setting spray, I really am. I'm also gonna go in with this. This is by Peach and Lily. This is the Glass Skin Veil Mist because we wanna glow. Woo, she look wet. So for today's look, you can do one of two things. You can pop on a false lash if you're extra like me, or you can go in with just mascara. For me, I really wanna show you guys how this L'Oreal mascara works. It is so good. My lashes have never looked this amazing. So I'm gonna pop a little bit of this on to show you guys just how well it looks on its own. So things definitely got a little out of control on this eye over here. So I'm gonna let that mascara dry and then just scrape it off with the spoolie. But in the meantime, I'm gonna switch over to using the So Fierce mascara by Revlon. I don't know what's up with me. I can't talk today, but I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my lower lashes. For my lip liner today, I will be using this lip liner, which nothing new here. I've been using this in almost every single one of my videos. It's by LA Girl. It's the Intense Day Auto Lip Liner in the shade Keep It Spicy. And then for my actual lip color, I'm just going to use a gloss. This one is from the Madison Beer and Morphe collection in the shade Mars. By the way, you guys are asking how I get off mascara, and this is pretty much the method. Sometimes it messes up the eyeshadow, sometimes it doesn't. Then I just go back in with a little bit of shadow to touch up, and boom. Done. But one last thing, I do want to go in with this eye gloss from the Kendall and Kylie collection. I've actually had this in my collection for a while and I just have not gotten around to using it. And I think today would make for the perfect day since we are going for more of a very pretty glossy, wet, natural, effortless glam. So I have some on a brush. I'm just going to wipe a little on the back and then I'm just going to tap this directly over top. Now, if you don't have this eye gloss, you could also use a lip gloss. The lifter glosses from Maybelline would work perfect for this, but I'm just gonna use this because I bought it and it's literally been sitting in my collection and I wanna get some use out of it. So I went ahead and zoomed you guys out, and this right here is a final completed look. I got the tousled hair going on, very effortless. Like, I'm telling you, if you recreate this look, it's gonna look like you tried a lot harder than you actually did. If you guys recreate it, don't forget to tag me over on the gram. Shameless plug, I know. Give me a follow while you're there. I do little giveaways here and there, mystery makeup box winners. If you've won one, let them know down below in the comments so that way they know it's real, okay? I don't have much else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys want to see any other videos in particular, comment section is fair game. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.